Okay, then. So, coming off an unbelievable 2025, we've hit $10 million in video deals in our community, which has been unbelievable. And people working for small companies, mid companies, huge brands, all together, we've reached that. And if I could summarize everything from the year, condense it into a concise video, this is it. So you can go into 2026. Let me make myself a bit smaller. Just with some very easy and basic advice for your direction, like what's the best next moves you can make, right? Just so you know it's going to work out best for you and whatever you align with. Because forget about the fact you're making videos. When it's all said and done, we're all old and dying and whatever. You wanna have made a good mark on the world. Sounds deep as fuck, I know, but that is ultimately what you want to do. And by the best way to do that is for you to align with whatever your gut feeling really is in terms of other businesses and what they do and what they serve. Like, not everybody wants to be working for making videos for plumbers and stuff. You know what I mean? Some people love it. Some people absolutely love it. But other people, it doesn't really serve them. You want to be doing something that aligns with you. So it's never a one size fits all, copy and paste for everybody. We want to do whatever aligns with you as a creative the most. So you're happy, and if you gain that freedom, you're happy doing what you can do. So that's the idea behind it. We're not a one size fits all thing, and this is why there's so much success, because you choose the right path for you, and this is how you do it. So what we look at is how your video strategy depends on your client's industry, and obviously prior to that you would have chosen your own, the path you want to go down. So once you have done that, how you should market yourself depending on the industry you're targeting. Obviously, let's just assume you know where you want to align, you know who you want to serve as a videographer, as a creative. And then we'll have a look at that. So brand size determines your video marketing strategy. How big is your client's brand? How big is the business? And we've had people from I'll show you in a sec, but we've had people from all levels apply different creative video strategies to different businesses, because the buyer's journey, the funnel, everyone's got a funnel. The buyer's journey, also known as the funnel, is different for each business, right? So video buyer journey by business size. So small businesses, we've had so many creatives come through our program who do videos for plumbers, electricians, builders, solar installers, roofers, window companies, personal trainers, coaches, small local gyms, clinics, salons, etc., 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 right? And when somebody travels through their customer buyer journey, it's a very short journey. The consideration phase isn't very long, typically, for the most part. For some buyers it is, some people are fussy, but for the most part, the impulse buys are quite high with small businesses, and their priority is cash flow. It's not brand. They need to keep the lights on at their business, right? So the best thing to do is run ads for them, which are problem-led ads. They create immediate relevance. That's at the awareness stage. At the consideration phase, organic proof and authority content can build trust fast. So having an organic system which shows this, and then retargeting ads and strong call to actions, they drive quick conversions. Now this isn't a set rule. It can change, obviously, but loosely that is what you want to do. And you could do brand-led videos. If they could still work, you can do testimonials. They're going to very much work for conversion, case study videos, whatever. But problem first, trust quickly, action now, bang. Buyer's journeys are short, right? And I've helped so many people with this, right? Mid-sized businesses. We got a lot of creatives come through who've got clients in this area. So funded startups, multi-locations, gyms or clinics, regional property developers, hospitality groups and restaurant chains. The brand, the feeling, a brand is a feeling, right? That is not fonts and logos. Brand is feeling, and I'll talk about that in a sec when we get onto the bigger ones. But the brand warms the audience. Sales content activates it. So cash flow is already there. Okay, they need a bit more brand-led stuff. So, for example, brand toned awareness ads instead of problem-led ads. Introduce the brand and the problem. Organic, educational content and social proof. This builds credibility and consideration. Where they show that is another story. Like, for example, funded startup or regional property developer, they probably won't get much traction if they're going to be posting on Instagram because their clients aren't there. So the organic is going to be in a certain place, right? Build credibility, consideration. Retargeted ads can work. Demos and offers. This converts warmed demand. So mid businesses and then large businesses. And we've had guys in our community work for massive businesses whose buyer's journeys are, some of them are like a year long. Here's a good example. One of our guys, has got one of his clients makes forestry equipment that costs about $750,000, and there is international deals that can take up to a year. So the nurturing with the video, very brand-led videos over that period of time to win the sale. To, you know, like a brand story video, for example, is a trust building asset. The company was based in Canada, the client was based in Chile. So to send them assets about the business so they're trustworthy. Okay, the equipment's great, but the brand-led stuff, the feeling, the trustworthiness, the authority, that is shown in more branded content because the sale is longer and it's led by a feeling as opposed to an impulse. Even though an impulse is obviously a feeling, but a feeling about the brand as opposed to an immediate need for it. You don't just wake up every morning and think, fucking hell, I'm going to spend $750,000 on a piece of equipment. You know what I mean? It's a considered purchase. The funnel's consideration phase is long. So brand firms, awareness ads, build memory and fame, organic brand storytelling, cultural content. This reinforces trust, as I just mentioned. Light retargeting. This is obviously for new business. So things like people like Nike, Coca-Cola, Adidas, Apple. I've been around these processes for a lot of these actual brands that are named here, and I've been around this in the past as well, and I've got people in the community who are around all of these as well. I've seen these buyers' journeys in action. I've seen the conversations amongst the creatives and the strategists at this level. Like this is the basic rule, like condensed into a very basic piece of information, right? So when you think of Nike, when have you ever seen them sell a pair of shoes? You've never seen them sell sell a pair of shoes. You've only ever seen them sell a feeling to be part of a club. Just do it. We just get on with it. This is our mindset. If you want to be part of the club, though, you've got to buy the shoes. It's very clever marketing. Coca-Cola, they sell happiness, as does McDonald's. McDonald's sometimes will show you the price of their food. But you already know what McDonald's is all about. Everyone does. They're enormous. They don't need to tell you that. They need to sell a feeling of happiness and of whatever the campaigns they run at the moment, like belonging and understanding and stuff like that. It's a feeling, right? So awareness first, reinforcement second, conversion last. So what about your client acquisition? Because this is how you acquire clients for these businesses. So you've got to obviously come up with your video strategy for whoever your client is, depending on the size of their business. And there's nuances, of course. It's not a set copy and paste process. That's why your discovery phase and getting to know the client is so important, and getting to know their business. That's another story for now. So if you're targeting B2B businesses, which are the bigger businesses, off the cuff, or if you're targeting B2C businesses, which are smaller businesses, running ads is going to work really well here. And it's worked unbelievably well for our guys in the community, but running the right ads, right? Or running a flywheel on LinkedIn has got our guys literally millions if you want to move up to those B2B clients. Positioning is everything as well, but running B2C, running ads for B2C, local follower ads, awareness ads, that is going to work for B2C. And you can get up to 10, 20, sometimes 30K a month just doing this. We've seen it happen plenty of times. So that's your client acquisition, like the strategy you need to do for yourself. That's for your clients. And remember, brand size determines the marketing strategy, the video strategy that you're going to execute. I've been saying this for the past 3 years, all this stuff, but again and again, I got to reinforce it because it's so important. And that is it, just condensed down to a very brief explanation. So hopefully that's helpful.